Hey guys, Kareem Babe here. Hope all is well. In this episode, I'll be walking you through a real case study regarding AI blunder, meaning a human being replaced by AI, um, thinking that a company will save cost, and actually it ended up costing life. Yes, you heard it right. Somebody died. So stay tuned. So I live in New York City. Uh, I live in an apartment complex. It's pretty nice, actually. So on the water, uh, four buildings. We have roughly uh, 3,500 apartment across these four buildings. So it's a pretty large area, and it's pretty safe and secure and all of that. And then new management company came in. They wanted to obviously look into cutting costs, et cetera, et cetera. So uh, they decided to start trimming costs. And you know how it is. You start from the obvious to the least obvious and up to a point where it doesn't make sense to cut costs. But I think they kind of went a step further. So this area is, roughly the size of a football field. It used to be patrolled by security guards, you know, uh, throughout the night, so from 8, 9 p.m. onward, when there's less traffic, where the only people that are supposed to be on the ground are residents, so it was easy to detect somebody else who was a stranger or abnormal activities. And guess what happened? So the last 6 months or so, we start seeing some gradual um, decline in the number of security guards. By the way, we all live in New York City. I'm seeing the same thing with police. And as I'm walking down the city, is less and less police, but I will leave that to a different video. In this case, about 2 months ago, I saw a bot that actually is sitting in the middle of what we call the plaza. So the bot is linked to an LLM language model, links to camera, so it scans the area. So it has like multiple cameras or eyes. So it's supposed to kind of be, quite frankly, in addition to the security guard, but they kind of just wipe them out. So we past 8 or 9 p.m., we don't see any security guard. This bot is supposed to be doing their job. I woke up on Sunday. There was the police in the premise, and guess what? Somebody who's a neighbor that we don't know committed suicide. Guess what? They walked over the fence overlooking the water, and in an area supposed to be safe. And we've heard this woman had issues, unfortunately. But guess what? She was touring around, and then because the camera showed that footage, and then she jumped in. Guess what? The bot couldn't do anything. So the robot couldn't do anything. It doesn't have any emotional intelligence. It's just supposed to scan, maybe a trigger an alarm if for instance, was properly programmed to do so. But the nuances about why somebody would be walking around the fence around 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, in case of a human being patrolling that, they will be asking them a couple of questions. The bot could not, and unfortunately, we could have prevented a suicide had we kept the 4 or 5 guards, patrolling the premise. So, long story short, I'm not saying that bots or AI doesn't have a future. I'm just saying that it's a process, and obviously, human would not be fully displaced because bots and language models don't kind of read the nuances. There's no emotional intelligence, even though you can detect sometimes that it's getting there. But in severe cases, I think they're gonna work along us human as opposed to completely displacing us. So keep that in mind. I just wanted to kind of give you a live example of sometimes things could cost lives if decisions are not weigh in, and then what ended up saving them, employees' time, ended up costing lives, and probably the lawsuit's gonna follow suit, et cetera, et cetera. Anyways, I hope I'm shedding more light on things that you guys are thinking of. Don't forget to subscribe to our channels. Link in the below for comment if you have a different opinion, so we can keep it engaging. Until then, have a wonderful day.